Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now we're back again today because I'm going to do some work on this piece. I have been doing it actually without you, sorry. Well, there's a lot of stitching to be done and it's going to take a while, and you know you can't watch every tiny stitch. So I've actually done these ones here. I'll just put some slow stitching up in there. I've left this bit because I'm going to do a couple more leaves there in a minute, and I'm putting on this piece here, this piece of lace, and I wasn't going to put the video on until I did a bit more, but I will, because what I'm going to do now is show you what I'm going to do here to fix this, okay? Because I've got I've come right to the edge here, and there's my material, and I've only got this piece like coming back here. Okay, so I need to, I wish I could zoom in and not muck this up so you don't end up seeing what I'm doing. I wonder if I can do this. Keep myself here. Okay, so I've got some bit of embroidery on this bit of cross stitch here, and I'm going to cut this off because I like the look of this squares. I like the look of the squares. I don't really want to put the stitching on there because it's not my work. Sometimes I'll put a bit of something on that's not my work, but I don't really do that. I'm going to make this straight now as soon as I can, because it has straight lines on it, hasn't it? So I should be able to make it straight. Okay. So here in Australia it is really overcast. The weather's not bad. It is not, I'm not cold and it's not hot. It's raining, and therefore it's going to turn out a bit muggy, I'd say. So I'm going to put that in there, right? I'll stick that under there. So it'll be, so it'll come right to the edge, because I was saying to myself earlier, I don't know what I'm going to make out of this, but I know I want to put a lot of my crazy patchwork pieces together to make bags. Like, I mean, because of the size of them, they can make a bag one piece on their own to make a bag. But, so look, I'm going to put that there because I think that'll look good. So I undid those stitches back a bit, and I'm going to... Some of the others are not actually coming to the edge either. Well, I might add a bit on to them as well, but I just wanted to show you too how to do that, because you know there's a possibility that when you're stitching too, that could, I don't know, could get thinner, smaller. I mean, I thought I did all the scratching I had to do before. Now my eyes decided that it was gonna. Well, I hope everybody's having a good time stitching along. I really miss doing these things, and I'm going to start something different too after this. Well, I'm going to keep doing this, but I'm going to do, I have my crazy patchwork piece that I'm making as well, and I'm going to make so many other things, but I just want to start something different after this today, okay? Because I can't, you know, you can't sort of stick to the same thing all the time. If you get an idea and stuff like that, you know, you've got to go on with it. I don't know if that's going to hold it very well. Anyway, so I'm going to stitch this across here now, because I just have that, well, I've just come across here with this bit of white creamy stuff. Put this really nice piece of old lace on here. So just feel a bit, make sure this is going to stay in there properly. I'm going to put another pin in it. Stay in there for me so I can come back and stitch in a minute and hold you down. Okay, so I'm going across here. Well, this is how, when I'm doing something, I'm doing, you know, because I'm not actually going to do, my train of thought's just gone out the door. I want to put these pieces on because they're vintage, and I'm going to try and keep this piece in that sort of style. Be shabby vintage, I suppose, won't it? Because I've got the pink and the blues on here, but I have to have some sort of colour. I can't help that. I'll show you what I got yesterday, because I went up to Calicolacepaper and I bought some old bits of stuff. So whole bits of stuff. I don't know whether I'm going to use any of it yet, because I'm going to show you what it is in a minute. So this can be a mixed video of, you know, this and that. Right? And because I hope that's not too big, that stitch. Sonya, you're getting carried away now. Stop it. I need to say good day to a couple of ladies today, because I always like to say hello now. I've started to say hello, so I've got a little list now because I want to put in, and I want to remember who I said hello to and who didn't, so I can mark it off. Pamela, thank you very much for Pamela, and Gail, and Sue, and Molly. Thank you for you ladies and every other one of you ladies who are out there supporting me, leaving nice comments and watching my channel. I really appreciate that. So I hope you're all having a good day, and to everyone who watches me and supports my channel, and even the ones that don't that have to comment and things. And Molly, thank you yesterday for sticking up for me. The last video, that won't be the last one, it'll be the one before this one. Yeah, a couple of videos back, the lady had her opinion. Anyway, it's still up there if anybody wants to go and have a look. Anyway, yeah, we had a little, I didn't say nothing to her because I wouldn't. You know, everybody's got their opinion, I suppose, and mind. Only people have been mean at me. I mean, this person just had her opinion on something I said, something that happened. Okay, so I might put a little cross stitch down this. What do you reckon? But I want it really, I want it right back in the thing. I don't want it to be sitting out too out there. You know, I don't want it over the top, and I don't want all that cotton either, do I? No. I'm thinking all the time about making other things to put on here, but I don't know if there's a lot that I did the little buttons, and I haven't put them on because I'm thinking, you know, I really love the buttons. I think the buttons will go really well on here. I'm not really sure about, this piece here is good too. I'm not got to be certain about the little knitting, you know. I just want to know as I go, I will add them or not. It just depends how I feel about, you know, what I've got here. It's just, you know, because some things you just have to give them a trial run, don't you? I even like that leaf on that flower there. I'm gonna get rid of him because I'm gonna fix him up. He's upsetting me something frightful, that leaf. See this leaf here? Yes, he's not quite what he's gone too skew with for me. I'm not happy with him. I'm not happy with him skew with. I want to fix him. So I'm going to fasten this to here by putting a stitch across from this side, this piece to over this piece. And I can't go too far because then I'll go off the track. See there, I've just come across there, still just on the inside of that. I'll go down a bit and put another stitch across there. Righto, so I wanted to do a cross stitch, but that, hang on, I can still do that. I can just make a giant one. As long as you still got the fabric here, then you I hope you can see this. Oh, that's good, you can. I'm going to start down, go down here. Alright. I'm just doing crosses. There's nothing particular about it. It's just a little idea to see of how you can do that, put things together. We're joining it with these crosses. Now I've got to go back up here, don't I, because I can't do it that other way. I'd unpull it if I went that direction. Righto. I'm actually moving that up myself. That's not good. And so I'm going to put another row of stitching on here as well, because I do want it to stay here for a while, a few years hopefully. I thought about making a bag out of this, but I don't think I can. I don't think it'd have to be, this is raining out there or not today. Oops, well, it was. I suppose it still could be, I guess. Now I know you can't really see that very plain. I suppose you can. Yeah, you can see it. So where did I come out? Oh, okay. This is not how you would do cross stitch. Oh well, yeah, I suppose it is. Not the cross stitch. This is cross stitches on a piece of fabric. It's not a cross stitch. Yeah, I couldn't sit down and do cross stitch. I was too, I don't know, impatient maybe. To see the interesting thing coming off the page. I was just too impatient. Okay. I like that. That looks really neat. And get down the bottom. Come back up here and see if we can follow the holes in this. And there's nothing. Whoops, it didn't go sideways. Sonya just went straight. What's that about? You're supposed to go over that way, not up that way. You're supposed to go over there. You can use sort of any sort of, there's a bit of hessian, and there's cross stitch fabric. You can use any sort of pieces of fabric that you like. I tried to stick with older bits if I could, vintage sort of. Ones I bought yesterday are really vintage, and I'm going to have to ask my hubby if he'll throw them in the washing machine. Some bit little, they don't look quite well. They don't look well at all. Because they've been probably stored in somebody's cupboard for a really long time. There was a rusty a rusty staple in two of them that was holding them together. I got that out of there. There wasn't a lot of, and now it's going to be closed for a while because they've got to move. There's something going in there for another, like where they are for a while, car show or something, because they're in our pavilion in the showground, and it's as old as the hills, that place, and it's fallen apart. So they were going to replace it, and I don't know what happened about that, but they're supposed to be going to do something with the sealing of it before the Can Assist girls can get back in there, and then they've got to take it all out again if we're going to have our local show. I don't think I like the idea of going to the show myself, because it's, you know, you still got COVID, it just didn't disappear. They're having the Easter one in Sydney, I think, as far as I know. But that's up to people, I guess, if they want to do that. I've never been to it, and I don't think I went to go there years ago once and couldn't get near the place because there's that much traffic. You would have had to walk for, you know, an hour or more to get there after you park the car. So that was when I was only a kid. Oh, well, I was 18 or something like that. And so we didn't get there. Went to Luna Park and the zoo. That was a long time ago. Well, I've been there, but I didn't, and I haven't been back since. Things have changed a lot, I know, but I'm not big on travelling anyway. I'm going to have to stop now because I'm run out of cotton, so I'm going to have to stay there for a minute. Push this back under here because I haven't got enough to do that with, so I'll take it back under them, and then when I get this out of here, right, I usually get my crochet hook and hook that around, but I might be able to do it with a needle today to make a bit of a knot thing. Oh, come on. I make things look difficult, don't I? Sometimes I really do. I think this might be small enough, I don't know. I've got a tiny, tiny one there that you can hardly see the end of it, and I use it to do this with, to end off so you can... Oh, so nothing comes undone. Now, rightio. So I've still got to keep going down there. I want to finish that bit. I'll do that because I really want to finish it, and I hope you're still watching me. I was looking at that analytics, I think, on my YouTube. 70% of people are still watching me after the first 3 or 30 seconds or something, so that's not bad. That's not bad. 70% of you are still watching after the first so many seconds. I didn't know they had that sort of thing up there, but they do. It goes right down. It's right down to the nitty gritty. Yeah. My most popular video is the one where I made a where I put a mirror onto the piece of material, and it was really fun. It didn't take long. It's the most popular thing that I've done. And that's okay. I don't mind if if people want to watch that. That's yeah. So we'll just finish this bit here. And what else was on there? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I hope, and I hope it's not going to take me long to get onto this, because I want to. I haven't got a lot of lists, right, of different things that I've done. So hopefully, if I get a chance, I will go and make some lists on my videos. So when you go to my homepage, you will find lists of things like that I've done. There's like, my crazy patchwork that I've done way back in time, and there was lots of things, beading, things I made, from start to finish, and all that sort of thing. But I will also be doing a lot of them again, because I don't know whether people just don't like to watch things that were made a long time ago or what, but they're still, they've still got information on them. But I still thought I'd do a few different ones again, redo a few videos. Only sometimes because you think that you missed out on something, or that you could have did it a bit better or whatever. But I was just looking at a couple yesterday, and I thought, well, I could redo a couple of them because they were really interesting. Now I'm going to put one row of something up at this end of that. I think I'll do the green one, so I can so we can see that. I was going to use something. I want to use this sort of tealy colour blue or something like that. Wait a minute, that's not the tealy colour I like. How about this bit? Yeah, that's nice. This is what I like. This is a silky thing. It's a crochet thread and it's pearls, perle, but it looks to me like it's some sort of yeah, we'll read it. Washing instructions: do not wash in hot water with soap. Do not pull or wring when wet. Press with hot iron between cloths. We all spell it different, don't we? Clothes, I think. Is it clothes or colour or something? We spell things different. Now I'm just going to put a row of this down there because I think this will look cool. And that'll be hanging on to the edge here. So I got... It'll probably end up in the seam, but it doesn't matter, does it? I've just got to stick it onto the piece. That's what we need. I'll put another bit somewhere too, I think. So I just could have put ordinary thread along here, but I just like this. This is nice. Sews good, and it sews well. No, there's nothing under that. I don't think there's anything under this bit either. Should have probably cut that. I don't know. Very, very small amount of thread under there. And we'll leave it though. We'll leave it like that. It's because we like that. Yes, I do. I like it. Okay. So there's my corner bit. Now, I was going to show you what I got yesterday. It's not that exciting, I don't think. I don't know. It just depends what sort of things you like to collect up, because I just like to collect up bits and pieces. So that's all I got. I got one book. I bought one book. Where's my book? I bought one book. And I've lost one book. I know. I can't get it. I threw it back under the back there in the box so I wouldn't have to worry about putting it away. I got yesterday here. That's what I bought, because I thought, now I'm saving the planet and, you know, preserving these things. Rightio. I might just go back out again so you can see what I'm doing here. This is a bag. Okay. Somebody's made a bag and they've put this applique mushroom on the front of it. It looks really nice too. It's in suede. They've appliqued that on there with a machine. I don't mind that because I could use it for something. Could be useful, you know. Anyway, so that was that bit. I got this piece here that somebody has appliqued, and it is pinky red, reddy pink, whatever. And you know I'm not real keen on that colour, but I'm keen to take pieces out of it or something. And even over here, you know, there's a nice bit. But also, it gives you that inspiration to do that yourself too, doesn't it? You know, I mean, I just can't handle all this red going through there. I could undo it and put some other colour through there, I suppose, if I felt like I wanted to do that. I could do that, couldn't I? I could put a different colour through it, because that's just too... I shouldn't be saying that about person's work. But anyway, so that's... Well, see, this bit here's got a little bit of green on it, and it makes a big difference. And I reckon if they'd have put green and that around here, that would have did a really good job of that. I'm actually going to try and do that. I'm going to try and have a go at a bit of that, because I did another one a long time ago, and I'm going to try and do more of it. But see, look at this. This is a really good piece of old bit of work there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And so you could nick that off and put it onto something you were doing anyway, because that's a good vintage piece. This one here is it machine or person made? Oh, that's made by a person. Yeah, it's made by a person, because the crosses are, you can see that by the back. See how that, you've got all these pieces, you know that a machine didn't do this, it was a person that did this. I don't know about the actual, this part though, it might have already been there, like this stitch might have already been there. It could have been done by the machine, and then it was, because so that bit there and out, and then the person has cross-stitched all through there, righto? And the same with the rest of it. So that was a nice bit, there's a nice piece there. I got this one here that I do like, because it's really nice. Now this is a handmade one as well. Somebody's done the little strawberries and the really good, very good embroidery there. That is very good, really nice. And you can tell it wasn't machine, as a person's put that on there. Somebody stitched it on. Nice. Appliqued strawberries. I would probably be using that section if I was going to. Anyway, if I would like it or not. And here's another piece that somebody's done, because they've done their cross stitch in amongst these bits here. Probably was a kit or something that they bought to do. Here's another one. This one is a cross stitch as well that somebody's made. You can see by the back of it, it's been done by somebody and not machine done. It's really not. This bit here in the middle, I love that. Look at that. And it's a shame that I'm going to chop it up, but I am. But not really, because I'm going to use it on something. It's going to be useful. It really will be. So I love that. I'm going to get little sections out of here, aren't I? I'm going to get that little piece there. you know, and just put it into bits of work. Now that's got nothing on. Oh yes, it has. It's got this piece here. But these, well, this is one of the ones that's going to have to be washed. This one here is really good to use the fabric, you know, because you've got this really nice piece of fabric here. So that's what I would use. I probably would use that bit there. I'm going to have Jeremy to wash me that one. I might get them all done, but anyway, that was a particular one I would. Now this one here is really cool. I don't know how old this would be. It looks like somebody's... it's a beautiful piece of work. It is absolutely beautiful piece of work. Their stitches is amazing. Look at this. Their stitches are absolutely amazing. See them tiny little stitches? They're a nice dog. I love the ducks too. I think they look really cool. And the yellow background is really cool. Let's have a look at the inside of it. It's a pillow or something. Even the inside they've kept it as tidy and nice as they could. So therefore I've got fabric on the back, which is really nice. It says it's fadeless. You see that there? And so I've got the yellow and that, and plus this piece here to use. Because I wouldn't use it as a case. I just wouldn't do that, because I like to wash them a fair bit if you got pillowcases and things, and it'd ruin it. So it might be good if I use it for something else. I can put it on something else, use these pieces on it to put in my crazy patchwork or whatever, eh? I'll be stitching here for a while. I've got about 30 years yet to go. I should be right. I should be able to stitch it all up. Okay, so then I got this one here. Don't even remember seeing this bit, but anyway, there you go. So it's that. Right, this is a really good piece of fabric. Nice piece of fabric, and that's what we look at. And somebody's just overlocked along the edge of it there. And that's cool too. You can use that for something as well. There's this one. I've got a few of these over the time. I've just picked up a few here and there, but somebody's put the little cross stitches on that. But I buy it for the fabric, for the pieces of fabric, because that's the best thing. So all these things, plus 4 wood soup bowls, 1 book, and what else did I get? That's all. It cost me $5, and she wanted to give me another box of stuff, and I didn't want it. I didn't want another box of stuff for free. If you spend $5 on one box, they give you another one, but there wasn't. I couldn't do that. There's too much. I don't want to bring home too much more stuff. It's just too much. I got all these bits, you know, for this. Now this piece was the one that's had the staple in it, and you can see all the rusty bits. It's very, very old, but I love the fabric. I do love the fabric, and it's going to have a bath. If Jeremy gives it a bath for me, it'll come back and it'll be beautiful, I suppose. I'm sure. See, it's even got purple where something's leaked into the thing, but that doesn't matter. It makes a nice... And this is where the staple was. They were stapled together. So I don't know whether somebody just bought them and never used them and just waited till they... Don't know how they got like this, but anyway, they were stapled together still. But this is a really nice piece. I liked it. It's old and, you know, but it'll be the thing, won't it? It'll be just the thing. I'll get that one bathed. Now this is something that I've been going to try this for ages myself, and I haven't got around to it yet. And this one here needs a good bath too, but I love the idea of putting... This is actually done by machine, which is not going to be what I'm going to do. I'm looking at the idea of the background and the fabric, the picture, you know. So you'll see that one day soon, I hope. Because the colour, that's really old and a little bit grotty, but there's 2 pieces of must name on there, and that will be bathed as well, I hope. I like these cross-stitch pieces, but obviously, you know, I won't like the red piece for some reason. We did that at school. I didn't do this one. Somebody else did that at school, and then there was this one that they must have did this at school too, because I just think that was where they come from, because I think they're a little bit old, aren't they? There's pieces there, they never ended these off, or I can tell that the fabric is a fair age, really. So I'd say that this is somebody's schoolwork, and that's good. They're practicing the cross stitch. So anyway, that was what I got yesterday to add to the collection. I think that was all. all the fabric. Yeah, and I got the book. It was it's an old. Oh, I forgot to tell it. My new iron, and another iron. Now I have in my collection. I have 4. This cost me $4. Now all I've got to work out is how to get it off here now. Come on, the lady did it real easy, Sonya. Oh, you get things stuck, don't I? I don't think that does anything. No. I got the other one like this is I can't see any clips or presses or pressing things that you. I know this bit here comes off here. This bit here comes off. I know it does. The woman that showed it to me yesterday, she just got it out there real easy. And that happens with me, doesn't it? I can't get my ink open. This is to press the thing on. Oh, come on. I'll just show you my new iron. This will be 4 that I own now that's only small. Well, that's not it, is it? It's a mini tourist iron. Maybe there's no come out there. Might be German to do that now, because I'm sure there wasn't any clips in it or anything. Oh, I end up hurting myself, and then I won't be able to do anything. Oh dear, I'm fragile. Ah dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, this is a bit bigger than this one here. And I think the other one like this, or something like this, is about the same size as this. And then I've got that tiny little blue one. He's out in the lounge room. I must bring that in and show it to you. Oh my God, I got it. Okay, if I push that bit. Sorry about my language. And then you put this. Is that right? On there. And you got your little. Look at that, cool. And as you turn it on and off, and it works. And I just like them because I think I've never liked ironing. Oh, unclip it with this thing, Sonya. Right. Put it back together so you can't get it apart. Okay, righto. Just remember next time to go a bit steady. I'm not going to push it on too far in case I can't get it off again. And so there's I've got a little collection now, 4 of those. The lady said there was another one and she took it home, but that's okay. We've got to share, don't we? Can't have every iron. Right, now, let me see what I'm going to do. I'm going to redo these leaves. This leaf here and some more. I'm going to redo these. I don't like. See, when I start on things, I haven't got a direction sometimes of which way I'm going to go. And you know, by that I mean I don't even, you know, I just get along and see what looks good. As soon as this is not fastened to anything else, I can pull it undone. It's not going to cause a problem. Okay. I don't know why, but I just looked up there to see if I was recording, and gee, I tell you what, that wouldn't have been very good if I wasn't, would it? So you might not see this until after I've been, until another week or so. So there'll be a while since I've been up to the care and assist place, and a while since it was raining, and won't all be the same. But that's okay because I can't put the same thing that's up every day. I want to change. I want to do different stuff. So this will be seen, you know, once in a while. This will be my 4th episode, I think, because I still got one to put up in this one here. I think it's number 4. Now, did I have that under or over? I can't remember. I'll fix it later anyway to where it's going to be. Let's make these leaves, people. Let's make these leaves. Let's do them properly this time, Sonya. Sometimes you can do, even if you do know how to do things, you can muck them up. You know, you really can. It's just the way the world is. Cotton off there. Okay, now I've got holes, and as I've shown you before, we're just going to get our needle and we'll scratch that like that very carefully, and that should bring that back all in together now. You know, should make it nice and not so holey now. Righto, I'll get myself back in down a bit. Stay here so you don't move. Okay. Rightio. I don't think I've got anything exciting to talk about today. I think it's buzzing thing, beeping thing. I mean, I'll have to stop that and look at the clock, and I've got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I do that because if I do this, I know, because before I would just not be looking at the clock, at the timer thing. It'd go off. It'd be too, and I didn't finish what I was doing. So I try to get that go off at 30 something minutes, and then I've got time to do the. Might go with the pointy one, this sharp one. It'll do it. Excuse me. And then I'll give myself 10 minutes just to finish up what I'm doing, and that way I know what I'm up to. I know that probably sounds, as long as I know what I'm doing, I suppose, I guess that's okay. Alright, now, so I'm going to do this a bit better this time. I'm going to come out, I'm going to bring him over from here so I can just bring it straight down to there, the leaf. And when you first do your first stitch, you come up through there, and this is to do a, it could be called a leaf stitch or a fly stitch or whatever, you know, I just don't know today. But I'm going to go back up here because I want that to be pointy, if you could understand. Because if you see what happens next, it'll come to a, yeah, a little bit of a point there. So then go back in down the bottom like you're stitching it down. So that's your stitch down. Fly stitching is nearly close together, if that makes any sense. And then you can come out further either side and do another one. And then go down the back. But it is a good way of making a leaf. And, you know, I know it's a yellow one, but that's okay. We get all different colour leaves, don't we? That's a bit better. I don't want to go too far over those. Don't take it too far over, Sonia. Just a bit. Well, maybe that's wide enough, because as you go on, you're making them a bit wider. Maybe that's wide enough, and now I'm just going to make them probably straight down, you know. I probably could have had them a bit close together too, so I'm going to do something that well, I can show you how you can actually fill it in, so it will work properly in a minute. Because you can easily put some more stems in there, more bits in it, I should say. There's something caught in here. Where's my needle? You haven't poked it through far enough to grab hold of it, Sonia. You've got him now. Righto, you're not even in the shot again, are you? Oh dear, I hope this is working. I'm so sorry if I get out of the shot. I'm back, look at me. I'm still here. I'm cobbling up the things with cotton and bits trailing everywhere. Go away. Okay, so now we're going to go down in here. And catch that on there. Okay. Plus I've got that bit hooked through. That's okay. Now I'm not going to worry. I said I was going to go back and show you how to fill that in, but I'm not going to, because I think I like it is. I was going to go back here and I was going to put a couple more stitches in there, but I don't think I will now. I'll leave it like that. Now I'm going to make a tiny one up here. Okay. You can see me. I'm just going to let this drop down, and needle drop down so it'll unspin. Unspin. My thread will turn around and so it won't be all cobbly up. Okay, so I'm going to go a bit higher, the first stitch. Put it pretty close to that. I should probably make this a very close leaf anyway, because it's a smaller one. I don't know, just make him a bit smaller. So in there, and down in there, and down in there. Alright, that's it. Now I want another one a bit here. What do you reckon? But I'm going to try and keep it small-ish. I don't want it to be too big. Okay. Go down the back. Come up the side there. No, too far, Sonia, don't go too far. And this way. And this one. We're getting close to our time being up, I think. I think about 5 minutes. Oh, I think they look nice now, don't they? Nice little nest of leaves. And then I've got the the green. I wonder what they are. Stuff outside on the veranda. It's not that windy, but the thing still hits on the outside because that big tree out there. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Right. Now I'm going to end this off and I will talk to you next time. So hope you all have a good day. Have a bit of stitching along because that's what I'm doing, showing you it's about stitching along. I think I did, well, I sewed all that thing on last time, and I put that on there without you watching me, but then I did the cross stitch today, and that looks really cool, that does. This is making this a very nice stable piece of work actually, because you're filling it all in and it's making it a really nice piece of fabric. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.